in these white lights because I am not wearing a shirt. Well, it's just if you count this a shirt, I sure as hell don't, because it's not really a shirt. I'm not going outside in this thing. Who cares though? That's just a simple topic we can move past because I'll get insecure if we keep bringing it up. Avenue 5, episode 3 has dropped. Right off the bat, I would like to say this was probably my least favorite episode of the 3 so far. That being said, I still really liked it. This episode did a lot of things I wanted from this show that I didn't get in the other episodes, so I was really happy about that. I can really describe this show as a descent into madness because the further it gets into its story arc, the more things start to fall apart and nothing's really working out for anybody in the show, and everything is just coming to a cataclysmic end, I'm feeling, and I'm very excited to see where that end is going to come to. So our bodies are still orbiting around the Avenue 5. We can't do anything about that. One of the bodies hit some debris and its arm came off and its hand came off and they're just floating next to the body. Absolutely love that. And with this happening, everyone is starting to feel the tension that is being raised, and nothing is working out for anybody. We still don't have NASA on our side. We want to get a vigil of more people wanting our people to come home, but it's just like 11 people waiting outside the Judd Galaxy headquarters. So there's not enough, media press being around in this at that moment. And we get some shocking news that the calculations of 6 months of the return actually is going to be three and a half years, because he didn't factor in certain amount of people that won a lottery to get on the ship. So everything's off course now. And if that isn't bad enough, everything is starting to unfold in this dramatically intense and depressing way that is so funny to watch. One of the things in this episode that worked for me was the use of the passengers that I didn't really like in the earlier episodes. In particularly the couple whose name I still don't know because I don't care enough about them to memorize it. They're the couple that's fighting, and the guy maybe slept with a masseuse or something. We don't really care, but probably my favorite part of this entire episode again was Zack Woods. I love this guy. He's so funny. Everything he does, I'm absolutely in love with what he does. So always happy to see him appear on this show. He kind of tries to counsel this couple, and doesn't go according to plan because everything starts to break down and nothing good is coming from it. And we see that. We get another shot during this process when things are starting to break down of a comedian trying to do a set, and you see the body float by and everyone's sad and depressed again. This show gets so funny when it gets depressed. That is weird to say, but when it goes to the dark places and the dark humor, that's when it really shines in terms of the comedy, and I really like it. I don't get it. I don't know why that's my draw to this, but I absolutely love it, and when it gets dark and scary, that's when it's the best. Really cool to see that. Really interesting to find out that our captain, Hugh Laurie, is in a polygamous relationship. At least that's what I'm calling it, because I don't know the actual term for a relationship with 3 people. I'm just going to call it that. Maybe it's legal. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm okay with it. Works for me, and it adds another layer to his character, so I'm on board with it. And the character of Karen, who is one I was not a fan of in earlier episodes, has some big moments here because she knows how to talk to the passengers. We're gonna make her like a, liaison for the passengers, and it works. She did okay. I don't know, this episode hit all the right notes, but they weren't the notes that really kept me on board or interested like the other ones did, where I'm like, oh, we're gonna get more into the scientific side of things. And it was just a nice ride to go along with this one. I had a great laugh. I got more laughs out of Curb Your Enthusiasm this week though, but last week it was Avenue 5, so that's just how it went, and I'm okay with it. Josh Gad not doing a lot this week, which I'm okay with because I'm sure he's off doing other stuff, other projects he's working on. We'll use him when we can. I'm liking his character though. I don't hate his character. His character could easily become annoying and cliched, but he hasn't, so I'm really liking what he's doing there. So let's talk about that big reveal at the end of the episode that the actual flight crew that we see working alongside Hugh Laurie is in fact paid actors the same way Hugh is. I really like seeing that. I didn't see that coming, and when we saw that, I loved it because it was absolutely dumb, and it just goes to show you that everything is falling apart and nothing is going right for this crew, and nothing will go right for this crew. That is amazing. That is fun. Great to see that. And we see a couple people below the deck that are kind of the ones running things because they're the actual engineers and a few people, and Billy's kind of like the leader of that because she's the face of them, and I love what's happening here. We're setting up some really intense stakes in a comedy of this nature. I love it. Absolutely funny. Great time. This show, I don't know what the numbers are. I still really want more of it because this is my kind of comedy. It's the dry, deadpan comedy mixed in an intense science fiction world, and it feels realistic. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the way everything is played out so far in this show, it feels very realistic for what could actually happen in an event like this in real life. So I absolutely am just happy with it. Episode 3 of Avenue 5 has impressed me. Not as good as some of the other episodes, but we got some great revelations that are going to come later down in the series, and I'm excited to see where this goes. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more content every time I do a video. That's how content works. Like, support me on Patreon if you would like, and then just help me help you, and help you help me.